Ooh, some trigonometry. So this asks us to find the sine, the cosine, and the tangent for these triangles. So we have a triangle here with, whoops, I mislabeled here. We want to call these x. Oh, please just let me draw it in. X, X, X. Okay, so on the left we have this dog triangle, and we want to find the sine x, the cosine x, and the tangent x. So in the middle, in blue, green, and red, I've written down the ratios that represent these trig relationships. So the sine is the opposite over the hypotenuse, the cosine is the adjacent over the hypotenuse, and the tangent is the opposite leg over the adjacent leg. So in the left triangle, in the dog triangle, we're going to do the opposite over the hypotenuse. So for the x, I can see that opposite from the x is g, and hypotenuse is, of course, o. So the sine of x is g over o. Okay. If we go to, let me get the extra, oh man. If I go to the other color, I want to now do the cosine, which is an adjacent over hypotenuse. So from the x, if we go to the adjacent side, we will get to go to the d. So down here in the cosine of x is going to be the d over the hypotenuse, which is o. And finally, for the tangent, now we already did the opposite in the blue and we did the adjacent in the green. So if we want the opposite over the adjacent, we're just going to take the opposite, which is g, and put that over the adjacent, which is d, and that completes the problem. So now you try. Pause the video, go over to the left triangle, the cat triangle, and in the cat triangle, I use the letter y to represent that top angle. So assuming you paused and tried it on your own, let's again do blue with opposite. So that's down here. And do green with adjacent. So that would be next to it, which is up there. And so for the blue relationship, the sine relationship, that's going to be opposite t over hypotenuse A. The cosine relationship is going to be adjacent c over hypotenuse A. And your tangent relationship is going to be opposite, which is t, over the adjacent, which is c. Did you get the same answers?